Hey there my friends, Erich Andreas, your guitar sage here, and today I'm going to show you some ninja tricks for complete fretboard mastery. This video lesson is basically going to show you the tricks that I use and that other guitar players, other masters and pros use in order to master the fretboard, to know where they're at any particular point in time while they're playing. So real quick, we're going to get to many of them here, okay? So first off, and please use the PDFs that apply to this lesson. First off, we need to know the names of the open strings. I'm going to go over this very quickly because obviously you can watch this over again and go over the materials, but E, A, D, G, B, E. Okay, you need to know that so that you have a reference point. That's the first thing you need to know, as well as knowing that the musical alphabet goes from A to G, and that B and E are the only two notes that don't have a sharp. Okay, so with that being said, if we were to play the A string here, we have the A, and we said that musical alphabet goes from A to G, so we're starting at the beginning here. And every note has a sharp except for B and E. Okay, so if we have an A, the very next note is an A sharp. So a sharp is when we raise a note up. Next note in the alphabet's a B. Remember we said B and E don't have a sharp, so B goes straight to C. C has a sharp, so C sharp. Next letter in the alphabet's D. D has a sharp. Next letter in the alphabet's E. Remember we said B and E don't have a sharp, so E goes straight to F. F has a sharp. G is the next letter. G has a sharp. And what happens when we get to the end of the alphabet? We start over again. So G is our last letter, so we're going straight back to A. And then if you notice at the 12th fret, we're back to A. So anything that you play in the open position here, we're one octave higher at the 12th fret, okay? Which brings me to what I call our first springboard. A springboard is what I refer to as a little trick or something basically that you can know where you're at on the fretboard without having to overthink, without having to go through this entire process that I just did. So these are just a few things that you need to memorize, but very easy to do. So know that at the 12th fret, the whole scale starts over again. Everything starts over. So here we did the chromatic scale from A back to A. So everything would start over again. So if someone asked me what this note is right here, I'd automatically say it's a B. And I wouldn't do that by counting from here. I would count from here, because A is the same. A is here, it's just an octave higher. And I would say A sharp, B. Okay? Somebody asked me what this note is right here, I would say it's an F. Not because of E and going through this whole process. I'm starting here at the E, and I'm going up one fret up, which is an F. Okay? Same thing here. If someone asked me what this note is right here at the 11th fret, I still don't have to come all the way up. I can start right here at my E, and I can work backwards. One letter in the alphabet before E is D, right? But we know that D has a sharp, so that must be a D sharp. Now, I know for you, it may be taking a little bit longer for you to go through this process, but I promise you I did the same thing in the beginning, and it really is just a matter of doing this more, and you'll get faster and faster. It's just like reading or touch typing where you're not looking at your fingers, but you're just using the fretboard or the keyboard. All that takes time, okay? Or the guitar, all right? All right, so that is springboard number 1, the 12th fret. Another springboard that I like to refer to is the tuning method. So some of you know that you can tune the guitar at the 5th fret and at the 4th fret here for the G. But this method, using this method, if you know this method, then you'll know that you're tuning the 5th fret to the next corresponding string, the A, okay? And then when we're tuning the D string, we come up to the D note on the A string. And that should correspond with our D string, okay? So these are all, if you understand this method, you'll know that those notes we're trying to match up with the string that's right below it. And so, with that being said, then we should know that that's an A because we're tuning it to an A that's right below it. So if somebody asks me what this note is, I don't have to start from here or here. I can say, well, that's an A sharp because I know that's an A. Okay, does that make sense? Or if somebody asks me what this note is right here, I can very easily say, well, that's a D flat, also known as a C sharp, because it's a half step below the D. And I know this is a D because I'm tuning it to a D string when I'm using this method. Okay? Now, you can take that 5th fret and just like we did 0 and 12, everything moves up linearly, so the 5th fret would then be the 17th fret, okay? So basically you're just adding 12 notes to whatever you're doing. So if you're at the 5th fret, you're at the 17th fret would be 1 octave. This is true for anything on the guitar, okay? So if you're playing down here a C chord and you want to play a C up here, move it up 12 frets. Everything, right? Voila. Very easy, okay? And the last bit that I want to show you, now I'm giving you a lot of information, but again, if you practice this, remember what I always say, it's the information and then the practice. The information's great, you need it, but you need to practice it too. The last bit of information is provided in the PDF, and this is what I refer to as the bolt method. It's a very quick way to find your octaves and your fifths, okay? So if I'm here at the 3rd fret of the low E string and I want to find an octave of that G, I go down 2 strings and up 2 frets. So down 2 strings and up 2 frets, and that's a G. I'm going to do this for the 5th string as well. This is a C, and I want to find another C. I go down 2 strings, up 2 frets, and there's another C. Now, for the 4th and 3rd string, we're going to go down 2 strings and up 3 frets to find our octave. You'll notice that in the PDF there. So for the 3rd string here, if I want to find its octave, I go down 2 strings and up 3 frets. Easy enough, right? Hopefully you found this lesson very helpful. I'm Erich Andreas, your guitar sage. Remember, anything that you want to do on this instrument, and I mean anything, you can do. I started from scratch. That's where every guitar player starts off, including Eddie Van Halen and Jimi Hendrix and all the rest. So you can do anything that you want on this instrument if you have the right instruction and you do the practice. I'm Erich Andreas. I'll see you in another video.